Hey everyone, it's Hiedi Scott with DIY This is take 2. I accidentally hit the button, so all 50 or whatever it was of you guys that were on last time, I'm really sorry. I won't do it this time. Anyways, on today's video tutorial, I'm going to show you how I made these darling tea towels, and I'm going to show you how you can layer your colors when you're working with ink on fabric. And then we're going to actually stencil a tea towel or a t-shirt, another one. So it's going to be a fun video, and I hope you'll stay with me clear to the very end. As you're hopping on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, same. Let me know if you have any questions. And now I'm going to try to put a link here. Okay, bear with me. Okay, the supplies that we'll be using for today's tutorial came from Target. That's where I got this t-shirt, and it's this brand, A New Day. I honestly cannot remember where I got these tea towels, but they're pretty nice. I don't have the packaging anymore. And then Magnolia Design Company. We're going to be using their a couple of their stencils and some of their inks, which are designed for fabric and ceramics, but they have to be heat set. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. This was the first tea towel that I made using, for fall anyways, using this darling stencil that's so silly, that's a parody on that movie, Hocus Pocus. And in case you've never seen that movie before, we actually had it in our video collection, so I pulled it out to show you guys. Does this ring a bell? So this character here, I don't remember what her name is, but that's Bette Midler. Towards the start of the movie, when they're waking up, she looks outside of their little house and says, "Oh, look, another glorious morning, makes me sick." So that's where that line came from. And then I did on this one, I did the hair for Bette Midler for that character in orange, because it was very orangey in the movie. So it's just silly. Okay, so what I did with this one, let's see, where is my stencil, is, oh, and I want to show you the t-shirt that we did earlier this week because I washed it. And let's do that right now. And it came through the wash great. I did not put it in the dryer, only because then t-shirts shrink and I don't like them too tight. But I just washed it inside out with a bunch of other clothes. And look, it didn't fade, it didn't disappear. It didn't get all stuck together or flake off or anything. So this is the same ink that we'll be using today in black, but we're going to use black and orange for our project. So just in case you're wondering if it's permanent, yeah, it will be permanent if you heat set it with a hot iron for 3 or 4 minutes on cotton setting. I like to put a tea towel like this, a thin tea towel, in between my iron and the thing that we're heat setting. And sometimes I'll do the inside of it too. And it just makes everything permanent. Okay, leave the live, then come back in. What's the problem? Oh, you're answering someone else. Okay, you guys are so good. I love it when, my Facebook followers is who I'm talking about. I love it when I see somebody ask a question and somebody else answer it, because I cannot walk and talk and chew gum at the same time. And so I definitely cannot talk, make a video, craft, read questions, and answer them all at the same time. I always go right to the comments when I'm done though, and I will do that today. Okay, so the first thing I did was I just laid this stencil down on my tea towel, and I did everything in black except for this little orange hair. And you can see, I've used the stencil a few times, that they do kind of get a little stained, but they still work just fine. Ink, dark colors of ink do tend to stain your stencils a little bit, but it just does, but it does not affect how they work. So I did that, and then I did this stencil that is stripes. This one. It's part of a set that has different patterns in it. This is one of 3 pieces. So I laid that at the bottom and I stenciled that in orange, okay? And then when it was all dry, like maybe 4 hours or possibly a little bit longer, then I came back with my favorite polka dots and I did black polka dots over the bottom. And isn't that super cute? I cannot wait to use it. I have not ironed it yet because it's still slightly tacky, but I will definitely give it a super good iron. And then this is going to be a tea towel that we actually use in the kitchen during the fall season, which is almost here, you guys. Wow. Okay, so that was one, and that's how you can layer. You just have to make sure that the first layer of ink is completely dry before you layer the next one. The polka dots are over the top of the stripes. Okay, and then the next one I want to show you is this one. And to make this was one of those oops projects. Where am I? Okay, I'm gonna put my camera down and I'm gonna tell you why it was an oops project. Can you guys see? Okay, this was an oops project because initially I started out thinking that I was gonna do the words in black and then the leaves in this new color that I just got from Magnolia Design Company. And by the way, I pinned a link down below if you're just hopping on. If you want to hop over and look at some of the fall stencils or the new stencils or inks or chalk paste or any of that, there's a link at the bottom that you can just click and it'll take you right there. Anyways, this is a new color of ink that I just got and it's called Cocoa Bean and it's this awesome brown. I'll show you. I thought that would be so pretty to have the leaves brown with a little touch of the orange on them. But then when I was done with it, I didn't like it. Does that ever happen to you guys that you think this is a great idea and then when you're done with it, you're like, oh. So I just waited for it to dry and then I laid my stencil back over the top of it. Oh my gosh, this is the world's most stained stencil because I've used it quite a bit. And like I said, inks really stain them, but it's still, I mean, I'd used it today. It still works just fine. So after it was all dry, then I laid the stencil back down and I went back over the leaves and I added a little bit of the black ink and a little bit of the orange over the top. And you get this almost 3-dimensional look. And it's like a blend of the 3 colors. I really like it. That was not on purpose, but it was one of those happy accidents. Yeah, that I totally recommend. And keep in mind that you can't always use more than one color of ink on a certain area. So I could have done this from the very start with black and orange, and I would just dab the orange on the outside or wherever I wanted it and the black in the area. But anyways, okay, so let me set this aside and get my little t-shirt board out. Okay, and I should have put my t-shirt on it, but I did not, darn. Yeah, and one of you guys, sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today. One of you guys gave me this great tip. You said if you're trying to find the center of your t-shirt for your stencil, fold it in half and you'll have a little fold line and that'll guide you. So that's what I did. I folded it in half. I did give this a quick little press because it was super, super wrinkled. And the stencils and ink do work better on fabric that is not super crinkly. Okay, so we're going to put our stencil on here. Hopefully my tripod's not going to tip over. We're going to put it on here, and I know that this is roughly the center because I can see that crease line. But before I put this on, I'm going to put a layer of paper towels underneath just to absorb whatever the ink might go through this t-shirt. Because it's pretty thin. The t-shirt is pretty thin. And I have the cardboard in between the front and the back. You always want to have something in between your front and your back, because you won't be happy if you have a backward stencil on the back of your t-shirt that you didn't intend to have there. Or a bunch of blotches. Okay, and since we're working on fabric, you don't have to fuzz these green stencils. Ordinarily you would, but look how terrible it looks. And also look how sticky it still is. These are great. I really, really like these stencils a lot. And I just think this one's just gonna be so fun to wear because it's just so silly, and I don't know, it seems like Hocus Pocus is almost becoming like one of those cult status movies, or that's not the right word. It's just, you know, something that people look forward to. In case you're just hopping on, this is what I'm talking about. And this is the character that says, "Oh, look, another glorious morning makes me sick." Okay, so I'm hoping that I can get my inks open. They need some Vaseline around the edge, for sure. Okay, so this is the black, and this is the orange. It's called Pumpkin. It might not be in stock as of today, but they have more coming. It's just been super popular as we're about to go into fall. And I do believe they're going to have some more new colors of ink and chalk paste coming very soon. Okay, so I'm going to do the little orange head first, and then we'll do all the black. And I'm just, same deal as always when you're stenciling with Magnolia products. You're going to stick your little spreader in the little pot. These are called squeegees, actually. They're flexible. These are so nice to work with. I really, really like working with these. And then I'm going to take off the super excess. Just look to see that I got it. Oops, I might have gotten a little bit of orange on this lady's hair right there. Darn. Okay, and then we're going to do everything else black because I don't have any other colors that would be suitable for this. Okay, and this could not be easier. Seriously, seriously easy. So if you are familiar with this movie, if it was something that you loved as a child or that you watched with your family, or it's just a Halloween tradition, tell me in the comments which one of the characters is your favorite. I don't know the lady with the crazy hair piled on the top of her head, but I do know one of them is Jessica Parker and the other one is Bette Midler. So tell me in the comments which one is your favorite character if you've watched this movie a few times and you have one. Okay, and I do want to get my stencil off promptly. Let me get all the way down there. And get it into some water, and that does help a little bit with the staining. Okay, and I'm checking my fingers to make sure that I don't have any ink on them that I'm gonna get smeared on my t-shirt. All right, and I'm gonna take it off this way, but I'm gonna do my little trick here where you hold. Oh, it's so cute. Oops, I see a spot. A little spot right there. That's where I said I think I got some orange on this lady's black hair. Dang it. This is going to be so fun to wear. So I'm just going to throw my stencil face down in a little tub of water. And I'll hold this up for you guys. Isn't that cute? If I don't say so myself. It's gonna be darling. And you know, I don't know, maybe I'll do something cute with the sleeves like we did a month or so ago where we put the ruffles on them. that would be cute too. I would love it if I could find some orange and white or black and white polka dot fabric or something like that to use. So that is pretty much all I wanted to show you right now. I do have some other projects coming up. One of them is going to be those pumpkins that you make out of toilet paper, but with a little twist. And, oh gosh, I just have more faith projects, all kinds of fun things coming up. So if you want to look at the Hocus Pocus, there's a new Hocus Pocus too that they just added to the website yesterday. I put a link right here at the bottom. It's DIY Dreaming, that's me. It says http://magnoliadiy.com right there. So you can click on that, it'll take you right there. I do want to tell you one thing, and that is that there's a filter button there that will give you lots of options when you're looking at stencils. You can look at them by size, and they're like 5 by 7, 8 by 11, 12 by 18, 15 by 15, and 18 by 18. So you can look at them in those categories. You can look at them in a category of what are the newest ones. You can also look at them in a category of seasonal, so for the holidays. So, and there's also a search bar. So if you can't find what you want, you can always type in what you think the name of it is, or just let me know and I'd be glad to help you out. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm gonna take pictures. I'll share those. This was the t-shirt that we made yesterday or the day before or whenever that was. That turned out so cute. It's been washed and it's dry and it looks great. So same ink as what we used here today. Same ink as what I used on the tea towels too. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will, oh, any more flower projects? Ooh, you know, I was looking for a bigger, somebody asked me, is there a bigger piece of tin that we could do these new flowers that we made out of the mop heads, the microfiber mop heads and Dollar Tree cookie sheets. So when I was getting this out, I remembered, and I don't know if everybody's seen these, but these were super cute flowers too. And these are just made using a little bit of dictionary paper, those same 3 punches, some cookie sheet, and then these are those glass pebbles that you can get at Dollar Tree. And they turned out pretty darn cute. So maybe I'll get the link for this tutorial and I'll drop it in the comments in case you want to see that. That's another fun flower to do. And I'm sure there's 900 more coming. Anyways, okay, goodbye. I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.